alcohol and beans. That's a combination never had before, but then again, it's politics. The Council of Governors have hit out at Speaker of the National Assembly, Mombasa Road, accusing him of skewed, biased and misleading interpretation of court orders. This after Wetangula hailed the judgment by the court on a road levy maintenance fund, saying it's finally back to MPs. County bosses, however, say Wetangula is deliberately misinterpreting the judgment, arguing that the High Court ruling was that the decision of the National Assembly to exclude county governments as beneficiaries of the conditional grants derived from the fund was unconstitutional, enforceable, illegal, null and void. Alano Chanda reports.
Now go to...
Lawmakers and governors have been embroiled in a vicious court battle over the control of 10 billion shillings meant for the Roads Maintenance Levy Fund, RLMF.
Of the public finance.
High Court Judge Lawrence Mugambi will later make the court pronouncement saying, and I quote, "A declaration that any appropriation of funds from RLMF by the National Assembly that does not provide for the county governments as beneficiaries of the RLMF undermines the principles of devolution, is unconstitutional, unenforceable, illegal, null and void." End of quote.
All the lawyers.
The ruling further ordered for the release of the funds to the devolved units by June 30th, 2025. But National Assembly Speaker Mombasa Road and members of Parliament appear to be reading from a different script.
I also join everybody in congratulating Peter Opondo Kaluma and our team of lawyers, Murugara and others. Today is your day to smile because your RMLF provision is back to you.
It is a good judgment, very progressive for this country and the people of Kenya who have suffered immensely with roads going unattended to because of the money that was being held, the 10 billion shillings belonging to Kera that was being held. And I hope the CS will now immediately, forthwith, release that 10.5 billion to Kera.
Governors asked by the National Assembly say Speaker Wetangula is deliberately misinterpreting the ruling. Kirinyaga County boss Anne Waiguru says, quote, "The High Court judgment speaks for itself. It set aside the intended allocation of RLMF funds to Kenha, Kera and Kura without making provision for county governments. It declared the law permitting such allocations unconstitutional. It declared the current classification of frauds, which prejudices county governments, unconstitutional." End of quote.
Jana nimeona Speaker of the National Assembly, the learned friend Moses Masika Wetangula, anasema ya kwamba uamuzi wa mambo ya barabara umekuwa uamuzi mzuri wa kusaidia wabunge. I don't understand which law Moses Wetangula alisoma. The court was very specific and categorical ya kwamba excluding counties on road maintenance levy is unconstitutional, it is illegal and undermining the principles of devolution.
According to legal experts, it is a blatant violation of the law by Wetangula, given it is not the first time he has been put on the spot. In February this year, the Speaker ignored the High Court ruling that declared Kenya Kwanza as the minority party. In the same month, he poked holes in the Supreme Court ruling that granted LGBTQ community the rights to form a lobby group.
Make laws for posterity. Hiyo pesa ambayo koti iliamua ya kwamba counties pia zipate, it is our constitutional rights. Na imaanishi ya kwamba Kera haitapata pesa, haimaanishi ya kwamba Kura haitapata pesa, haimaanishi ya kwamba tumenyang'anya wabunge pesa za kutengeneza barabara.
Alano Chanda, KTN.
Thank you, Chanda, for that report. And yes, we continue to follow up on the discourse. But remember, tomorrow in Kenya's